Hey YouTube, Vinny here for another Cap of the Week, and this week we're going to go to the Miracle Mets. Now the New York Mets are an interesting franchise in that they were formed partly to compensate for the loss of the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants following 1957, as well as to starve off the Continental League, which was a proposed third major league. And so the New York Mets have an interesting history, and if you look at the colors, you'll notice something. You'll see Dodger blue, and you'll see a giant orange. Now this NY logo is actually the same NY logo that the New York Giants used prior to leaving for San Francisco. Now we take a look, you'll see two caps, one on the left, one on the right, and they're very similar except you'll notice the button. You'll see a button, one is blue and one is orange. Now the one on your right is the original cap for the Mets. This is the cap that the Mets wore from 1962 to, I guess it's around 1996, I think. And for whatever reason, in 1997, they added the orange button on the top, the orange color button, and they also added it to their batting helmets. So my reasoning for this is the original New York Giants cap before 1957 when they left had an orange button, but for whatever reason they did not put the button on in 1962. Honestly, that's the only difference. We'll take a look. This cap is from around 1992, my guess is, and it's a New Era Diamond Collection cap. We take a look. This is a classic blue. This is flat embroidery. This is not raised. We take a look at the back, the MLB logo. Maybe you can't notice it here, but in 1992, as you've seen from some other videos, they added the logo. However, when the logo first came out in 1992, the logo is actually glued on as a patch. So if you see here, it's actually patched on, and maybe this will be easier to see. If you take a look here in the back, there's no patchwork. There's no sewing patch here. It's actually glued on the side. These are how the hats were originally in 1992. Then eventually they started directly sewing the caps and the hat and the MLB logo. And this is a Diamond Collection from back then. New Era Pro model, made in USA, size 7. And it's a pretty clean cap. And so it's always interesting to see how they first created it. And, you know, the MLB Batterman logo, they decided, okay, let's put it on there. And we take a look here. This is a 2000 World Series Mets cap. So quite possibly the Mets will be in the World Series this year. I mean, they're playing pretty well. And we'll take a look at the patch. So these are patches that are glued on as well. These are heat pressed. And we take a look. This is a raised New York Mets embroidery. Still also gray because this is from 2000. This is the official 2000 World Series sticker hologram. Authentic Diamond Collection is what the product line had transformed into by then. We look at the flag logo, New Era made. Still, we're making caps in the USA at the time. And you'll see here, 5950 is the only cap worn on field of play. Every Major League Baseball player definitely, dressed it up a bit. And around this time is when you notice they started adding their slogans on the inside of the caps, which is, kind of sucks now. But, it is what it is. And once again, we'll take a look here and show you if you can see it. There is the sewn patch. So these are the real differences between caps from 1992 and onwards until 2007 when they transformed from wool to polyester. Now the Mets have had a great year this year, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully they make the playoffs, and let's see if they make a run at it. They're definitely a franchise with an interesting history and background, and also an interesting story with their buttons. So if anyone has information on why they changed it, it'd be pretty cool. Anyway, till next week, see ya.